Hi all. So in this video we will discuss about variable types in Java. Uh, so I'm going to discuss like global variables, local variables, static variables, and instance variables. Right. So local variables. Right. So local variable belongs to the method inside the method or belongs to constructor, right? If we need to define kind of variable like int x, so that x belongs to this scope only. This scope means it's constructor scope, right? You can't access this variable outside of this constructor. In the same way, if it if you take a method and we can still define a variable like int y inside this method, so this is also a local variable y. So this variable cannot access from the outside. In the same way, if you pass a parameter string name, here the name is a local variable because you have defined this string name as a parameter, specific parameter to this constructor. So in here, if we take a method, this specific parameter int average grade is specific parameter which belongs to set average grade method, right? uh, so these all variables are called global variables. So basically global variable means it's inside a class, that global variable which should be inside the class but outside the methods and constructors. That if you define a variable in class scope, right? Class scope means inside the class but outside any of the constructor, any of the uh, methods, which are called global variables, right? uh, so in global variables, you can see there are sum of variable. There are only one variable here, but you can define a number of static variables, that doesn't matter. But in here, I have defined only one variable called static. So this kind of variable are called static variables, right? So if you do not define a static keyword to your variable, so which is called non-static or instance variable. So instance variable simply so once you create the object, right? So I told you how to create objects. So once you create the object, so that instance variables are instantiated simply. So once you create student one object, so all the name, nic, address, these kind of variables are instantiated according to or specifically to uh, student one object. So once you create student two object, in the same way, that name, nic, address, same set of variables are created for student two object. But static variable, previously also I told you that a static variable belongs to a student class, not for its object, right? Okay. So this is one time definition actually. So that means it belongs to student. So you can create a number of classes from anywhere. You can change this pass average grade. It tends to the other objects as well, because this does not belongs to objects. This belongs to any object. This belongs to the class, not for its objects. So once you create the object, this static variables are not instantiated, but instance variables are instantiated to each and every object, right?